All right, let's try that again. Oh, goodness me. You go away for a couple of weeks and you come back and things are just all over the shop. This time, we are ready to go, guys. Just want to do a quick sound check, make sure that y'all can hear me. If you can, please just type in that you can. Oops. Alrighty. Just wait for a couple more people to jump in the room, and we shall get going. I know it's a pretty strange time to do one of these, guys, but look, truth of the matter is that I'm in resting mode at the moment, and trying to take some time out before the course on the weekend in Sydney. As a matter of fact, last chance, tradercobb.com. All you got to do is register. It's the last one I'm going to be doing this year for sure, and possibly, look, I'm telling you right now, it's the last one I'm going to do for quite a while. They take a lot of energy out of me. A lot of fun, don't get me wrong. Put on drinks and stuff on the Saturday night. We'll meet you all, hang out, have a good time. But they're pretty intense on me. As you can hear my voice here, right? This is not the normal voice you're used to hearing. This is the voice of about 8 weeks of running all over the world and doing way more than I thought that my body could cope with. And this is the result of that. So I am here to rest until the weekend comes. So yeah, Sydney, last one. Get your tickets, still can. Look, I wanted to talk to you today about the halvening. Of course, we have seen a lot of people for a long time essentially suggesting that the halvening would save the day. Now, I think we've got roughly 175 days or so. It's like mid-May is a projection of when the halvening or whatever you want to call it will be. Of course, a lot of people saying it's priced in. A lot of people speaking about it at the moment. I thought I'd just give my take on it. I've got a couple of dates down here, and I wanted to walk you through that. Okay, so I'm going to throw the weekly chart up here, and we're going to go back in time. We're going to go back to I don't think we can go back to 2013 here. We can't go back to the 28th of the 11th. Here we can, 28th of the 11th. Somewhere in and around here. Look, we saw the run-up. Here we are. The first one, it was in November. So you can see these are weekly candles. A strong run into that event, weeks into it. Like it wasn't like it was happened 6 months out. It was basically the market ran in, going through this November. We saw weekly, and the halvening was on the 28th, and then we saw it come off a little bit. That was the first one. So as the halvening crept close, so it still could happen. We still could get that nice run leading into it. Let's go to the next one, which was the 9th of the 7th, 2016. Where are we here? 9th of the 7th, September 9th. So that was 16. We're looking at 15 up here. Sorry, back. What am I doing? 9th of the 7th. That's July. Over here. So we'd seen strong running up into that event, and obviously after we saw a very strong event, a very strong run as well. Now, after seeing a few people speaking about this and me speaking about it earlier in the week on the Trader Cobb Crypto Show, the podcast, of course, jump back in there, guys, because I'm back now. The daily shows go out. I got a shitload of interviews going out as well, so plenty there for you guys to. I did 33 interviews whilst I was in Malta and Singapore, so hence the voice, right? Just looking into this, we still got quite some time to go. The projection is that we will be somewhere around, where's May? Here, this time next year, where we'll see the next halvening go on for Bitcoin. Now, of course, this year has been relatively bullish. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. Let's have a look at from where do we start the year over here? The low of 2019. We're still up 300. We were up 300%. Currently, as price stands right now, we're still up a good, 136%. Nothing to be sniffed at, of course. But of course, after the 2018 bear market, a lot of people hoping we saw a little bit more as far as the run up, and me being one of them. I'd love to see the market go higher. One thing I have said many, many times before. So once Randy's saying the halvening is the source code, market sentiment doesn't affect the block reward schedule, but you get what I mean. We do tend to see, because there's a lot of hype and talk around it, in the past it has sort of led into a strong market reaction, and it's a way off still yet, guys. I mean, there's no reason why we should see the market do anything other than whatever the market wants. what I've been saying for a long time about this market is that, from when I first came into it, is that it will change. It will evolve. This is a very new asset class. It's one that people are still learning about. If you consider the people that were there in the early days, that is now a different mix. They may still be there. A lot of them still are. But we're getting more institutionalized now. We've got BACTs that's out there. We've got different funds that are out there. We've got family offices that are in the space. We've got more long-term players, less FOMO at the moment being taken place. Of course, we did see a very strong run through those couple of months leading into July this year. But we need to be aware that, sometimes things aren't as simple as just going, oh, this is going to happen because of X, Y, Z. We need to look at what's going on and increase our probability of success by being able to read and understand what it is that we're seeing, and also keeping an open mind to understand that markets do evolve. They do change. Different participants coming into the space can mean different reactions. So I just want to make sure that you're very, very aware of that. A couple of things I'm looking at right now on Bitcoin, whilst I've got the chart up, is this. We do have a lower high here and a lower low. We have a lower high potentially, but we also have a potential higher low. Whilst we are in between the range of this candle, I'm neither bullish or bearish big picture, okay? I'll show you why. Look at the monthly right here. There's a bullish candle that's pulled back in that cradle zone. Beautiful bullish candle. If we break the high of that, we'll have pulled back into that cradle zone, pushed on to a new break of that monthly candle. If we see that, the probability of it continuing is far greater. Now, we're not even close to that right now. As a matter of fact, we're far closer to breaking the low. And if we break the low, it does show a bit more significance back into the bears range. Again, that would also show on the weekly here, just coincidentally, that we would have broken down through here, setting there for a lower high and then a lower low. Understanding trends and how to trade a market is very important, of course, if you're going to be trading a market. And as you can see, the only thing that sort of saved us, I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back after the China news to the levels that we were. Now, that doesn't mean I'll simply just take a short and cross my fingers, hope for the best. I'll be looking to increase my probability by using some rules, the rules that I trade with off of that checklist. I'll pull back into the cradle zone, for example. I've been waiting for it for a little while here. You can see it's a couple of times on the 12-hour. Look, beautiful pullback in, bearish candle, break lower. I'd like to see it pull back in a little bit deeper here, and then I'd be open for shorts as well. But it's about understanding that this pump that we saw through here, that was basically China saying, we're good blockchain-wise. A couple of things have changed recently in the last couple of days. I'm still catching up on what actually occurred and what changes have happened. But what we've seen since that move is just a gradual bleed. And because there's been a gradual bleed, it wouldn't surprise me at all to get back down to these levels. So I'm not too concerned about that. Obviously, I'd much rather see something occur where we saw bullish sentiment creeping back into the back end. Well, we've only got a month left, really, till the Christmas period arrives. But I'd love to see us push back up, get above 9, hold above 9, and then make a steady run towards 10,000. The halvening, is it priced in right now? I don't know. It could be, but it is a long way out. 175 days until effectively this is Bitcoin's only reporting. You've got to keep in mind that for traditional players in markets, we get reporting season every single year. Companies do their reports every year, their annual reports. You get your AGMs, you get your things like, you get your quarterly results that come out. You get all sorts of different things. In foreign exchange, you've got non-farm payrolls once a month, GDP, PPI. You get all these different things that occur once a month. So as more and more of these institutional investors come into our space, and the way they think and see things, 175 days, well, you're not planning for results of a company, let's say, and I know you can't compare Bitcoin to a company. I'm just trying to help you to understand a little bit about the way that this new money thinks, this new participants to the market thinks, and it's not thinking, well, it's 175 days away, so let's buy now. That's not typically how they think. If we're talking about results, for example, if results for a company are 175 days away and we think that they're going to be good, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to buy now because the results are coming in 175 days. A lot can change in that period. So crux of this, what my message today is trade what you see, not what you think. The markets will change. The markets can and will go higher than you think. The markets can and will go lower than you think. So trade what you see and don't think. When it comes to the halvening, the new people that are coming in, I'm not sure that they're going to plan that far ahead right now. This market is dynamic. This market is volatile. This market is my favorite I've ever traded. So maybe we need to make sure that we're ready for whatever is to occur. So if you're not trading, or if you are, be aware of what is. Don't think too much. That's a rule that I've got right up here on this little bit. I've got a window there and I've got a wall here. Don't think is the key message. Guys, I'm sorry that I haven't been around as much. I've been doing a lot of traveling. Get across to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. You'll see a heap of great interviews coming out. And I look forward to seeing those of you who are around this weekend for my last course of the year in Sydney, Australia. So take it easy, guys. Just wanted to get that out to you. And I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Sorry about the croaky voice. Hopefully I can get it sorted by the weekend. Cheers, guys. Take it easy. Bye.